Okay. So what do you need?
Brackets put up.
Considering where the building was at, it was not finished. This has gone really well. I mean, despite the fact I'm running around fixing all kinds of little things right now, it's gone really well. Yeah, let's do that. So Kelly, if you can get an assessment of what that situation looks like.
Fires on day one.
I know the computer system is up and running, I believe. No printer, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
I haven't found that yet.
The copy room.
Yes, you and Jenna, you need to make sure your kennel staff has access to computers.
We need caution signs on that inside area.
Okay.
Speaking of which, we need to get with Kalpana because the power's not working.
I know that we had, you know, last minute things like,
Why isn't the phone ringing? Get everything organized.
And I think I can get some more books unpacked.
Why isn't this working?
You got to figure out where all the controls are. I can't find them for this end of the room.
But there are some changes in the software that we use, and so we're going to need to become familiar with that.
There's two in this building. One's in the copy room, the other one's somewhere.
Because I put a bunch of supplies down there. I don't know if you did, they would be down there.
you've got somebody over an intake, right? A shelf where?
Back by lake service.
We'll find them. In hindsight, it was just all normal stuff for being in a brand new place, I think.
Please call dispatch. Someone from vet services, please call dispatch.
How's it doing?
It's stuck under there.
The very first day we were in the shelter, we had spent the whole day before moving.
Where did you go?
There were boxes everywhere. Our equipment wasn't set up.
I saw 4 of them.
What do you need?
Extra large ones, they might be outside.
I don't think our medvac system worked yet.
Everything is here somewhere. It's just a matter of where is it. I can't believe people would do this to a dog.
And we had a dog come in.
Look what we got in. A dog with a noose around its neck.
Oh no.
That had a noose tied around its neck.
Where'd he come from?
Mainer. It's all adhered all the way around. Do you think I guess I'm gonna try to loosen all of it up.
There's not one victim of animal cruelty that's picked up the phone and said, hey, you know, I'm tied to a tree, or I'm being beaten, or they're making me fight with other dogs. They don't have a voice, and so they're victims that are difficult to identify.
And ideally we would have our surgery lights so that we could kind of angle down here and get a little better view of what we're doing, but we're not quite set up in surgery yet, so we're making do. The techs have managed to find everything that we need, pull out all the tools, and we've gotten our photos taken in case this turns into a cruelty case.
Neglect can be animal cruelty if it gets severe enough. It's not okay not to feed your pet. It's not okay not to provide veterinary care for your pet. There are laws on the books that protect animals, and in the most egregious cases, they're felonies.
And this is stuck, Ruben. There we go, now we got a good chunk loose. At this point, we're just trying to kind of disrupt what the body has already started to do, because the body's kind of trying to heal the skin back under like this, and it'll never heal that way because there's fur will grow down here in the wound. So we're trying to kind of loosen this edge up and pull it back up like this. But I'm not going to totally try to repair the whole thing right now. I'm going to let the body do a little bit more healing on its own and then see what we need to go back in and repair afterwards. I want to flush deep in that gap. Just power it as hard as you can. Maybe by the next time we go in on this dog, we will be able to use our lights.
What Austin has that lots of other communities don't have is the resources to be able to do that. One of the most important components of being a successful no-kill shelter or no-kill community is being able to save animals that come in with issues to be solved. In order to get 90% of them out, there's probably 30 or 40% that are going to need medical care. Traditional shelters are shelters. They're not state-of-the-art veterinary hospitals or clinics or triage even. And so Austin now has that component, and that's because the people here asked for it. They worked really hard to get here, and so it's our job to steward that commitment and to provide the veterinary care for every animal that we can, so that we can save their lives.
So now we're pretty much finished with him. We're just going to get him moved over to a kennel where he's going to stay on his fluids, and we're going to let him wake up in the kennel.
You have a syringe?
I do not have a syringe, but I'll grab one on the way.
That dog needed emergency surgery. So Dr. Hayes just looked around, found the tools she needed, and made it happen. She saved that dog's life that day, even without our new suite even set up.
So now we're preparing to take the endotracheal tube out. About right there's where I'd pull it out. He thinks he's in the middle of a very bad dream. Blackie's a little worried. She doesn't know what's going on next door. Look at her face. She says, why is that dog making that noise? So now I am going to pull the photos that we took of that dog off the camera and some other cruelty cases that we've been working on and get them onto the computer so that we can use them if we're going to investigate any of these cases. It never looks as bad on film as it did in real life. This is what he looked like when he came in. He wouldn't put his head up. He would not get out of this position because the rope is still around his neck there, the noose. You can see this is the end hanging off.
That's the worst one.
Yeah, I mean, he would not lift his head up. Like, you could not make him move his head out of that position. If we could find an owner, we would definitely go after this one for cruelty. The hard thing is we don't know the owner, and a lot of times the owner wouldn't come forward in something like this. So we'll probably never find the owner, but just in case we do, we want to be ready.